Greetings. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in. My name's Matt, and we are, I think, live. Let's see if people can let us know if we're live here or not. If you're here with us and you can hear me okay, I'm getting a little bit of hang on a second here. I think I know what's going on. I'm getting a little grainy thing going on my end. Hang on. Okay. If you're here live with us, let me know if you can hear me okay, if you are... if my voice is coming through okay. I'm getting a little bit of lag on my end, but it might just be me. So we've got an awesome guest today, and it looks like we've got people here live with us. So let's rock and roll this thing. Let's see. Dally, Patrice can hear me okay. All right, awesome. I think the little glitch is actually just on my end of my browser, so we'll forget about it. We've got an awesome guest today coming to us from California, and I'm pumped to bring him on. I'm pumped for him to be able to share his story. So, Adolphus, what's going on, man?
Hey, what up? What up?
Happy Wednesday. Good to see you. Man, I'm pumped. Thanks for coming on the show, by the way. It's always fun to have new people, new guests. Tell us a little bit about you, man. I mean, you started, trying to go online in 2019, but take us back a little bit about, just what's work life been for you and why did you go, come online, stuff like that.
So I'm from Stockton, California. And work life, I didn't really have much of a career coming up. I jumped in my environment is kind of like, options that I've seen. I chose a certain option and I ran with it, and I was out being a knucklehead, you know what I'm saying? So fast forward a little bit, I found myself only able to get like warehouse jobs and things like that because they were the easiest jobs for me to get, like temp jobs and things like that. So that's the type of work that I normally do.
Okay.
And I found myself working in the warehouse. It was a tough time. I was living back with me and my daughter, and that's when I really wanted to like change myself, and start to do something different. And that's when I started searching for like, what else can I do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The search.
Yeah.
Because there was only a few options in my mind. It's a lot of opportunities out here, but sometimes you don't really know about those opportunities. So you just only know a few certain ways to make a living. That's it. So, that's what began my journey. Like, it has to be something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you initially, you wrote down that you found like drop shipping or maybe making like t-shirts or e-commerce and stuff. What initially kind of attracted you to that? Was it just that it was new and you're like, I can actually do this? Or what, was there anything in particular, or was it just kind of the first thing that you saw?
It was my environment. Because I didn't see it online. I seen it in like the streets and stuff. Everywhere in my neighborhood where I live and all that, people were making shirts. Rap labels, music labels, and like just regular people. They was expressing themselves through their shirts. So I was like, I got some good ideas, So I was like, let me try to make some shirts, And
What'd you do?
I looked online on how to get this stuff going. I put together what to do and ordered some shirts, got them pressed up, and just started selling them out in the streets. And then I found out, like, hold on, there's more people online. So I just went online with it and made a store, and start sharing the link with my friends and family and on Facebook and stuff like that. Made a little bit of money, but not a lot.
Yeah.
But, and
do you feel like it lit kind of this spark of like what's possible, or what?
Yeah, that was my first time making any type of money online, right? Like, I didn't try like what is those? You do little surveys and stuff like that. I didn't try stuff like that where you make a few cents and stuff like that. But actually creating something and selling it online, that was my first time. So I was like,
cool.
okay. Yeah.
And I feel like even like people have that moment and they're like, I know people who have that moment and they feel a little bad, or they feel like they, I don't know, they feel like a sense of shame, like, oh, they, they only made $5 or they only made a couple $100 or something, and it's nothing. But I feel like, if I look back on some of my journey, like the first 50, first $100, the first $500, whatever, like, okay, sure, maybe that first $50 is not like life changing, right? But I do feel like once you're open to the potential and you start to see that little trickle coming in, you're like, all right, I know this is possible. I know that it's possible to pull this off somehow, and I just got to figure it out, right? And it sort of keeps I guess if you're, when you first watch a video, or you first read a blog post about, how do I make money as a consultant, or how do I make money selling products online, or whatever, right? So how do I start an e-commerce store, something like that. It starts a spark. It's like the first spark, and it starts to smoke a little bit, and there's a little hint of fire. And then I always feel like that first $50 is just kind of like I don't know. It's like a little, it's kind of just like throwing a little gas on the fire or something. It just kind of helps it stay ignited. You're like, dang, okay, this is possible. So, okay. So you dive into that whole realm, you get a little bit of, you make a couple sales, and then what's your thoughts?
The thing with me is it was a little bit pricey, because this was before I knew about print on demand type of things, where
So you're printing them in bulk.
I'm printing up my own shirts and stuff like that. And my pride was in the way. I wanted them to be exactly how I wanted them to be. So I wanted to make them myself, right? But it got pricey. So I'm like, I don't know. I kind of lost passion for it a little bit. And I wanted to make money a way where I don't have to put up a lot of money. I don't have to invest a lot every time I make a sale, and so that's what led me to say, like, how can I do that? I started searching for ways I can make money just by not investing in physical products.
Yep.
So that's what led me to find affiliate marketing. I already had heard about it when I found about it in 2019, when I really started researching it. But I never really dove into it, It was like years ago, like I think it was like 2014. I tried it. I tried to create a website with my little knowledge. It was a little too techy. It never got finished, and I tried it, never got it up and running, and I never started again, right? I thought that was the only way to do affiliate marketing, really, through like your website or something like, blogging.
Yep.
So, yeah, but I really, I started watching YouTube videos about affiliate marketing, and that's what really made me want to like dive in. Like, I could do this,
I got you. Interesting. Okay. So you're on YouTube, like most people. You're on YouTube or some sort of social media channel or something, and you see, and you get an idea, and you're like, dang, that's crazy. I could probably do that. Mm-hmm. So you go online. So now you're on sort of YouTube, Facebook. At what point did you sort of find Legendary and discover the 15-day challenge? What was your thoughts on the challenge? Did you take the challenge? I mean, did you read our ebook? Did you take the challenge? What was your thoughts on that?
I always was, Legendary marketing was always in my eyesight since I started looking online, right? Before the 15-day challenge, before I even heard about it, I heard about like the other programs or something like that. And I watched a few like videos from Dave, right? And they really caught my attention. But I wasn't ready at the time. I was still new, kind of, scared to make a move or anything. So just kept, doing what I was doing. And a buddy of mine on Facebook, he sent the link to a 15-day challenge to me and said, hey, have you heard of this? And I was like, I heard of Legendary marketing, but not the 15-day challenge. So he said, you should try it out. So I just clicked his link and signed up. And I liked what I seen. When I got in there, I felt like, okay, this is where I need to be, right?
That's cool. So he sends you this little link or whatever, you look at the challenge, you're like, hey, dang, this is cool. I like this. What had you like been trained by other people, or had you done other training, or like how did you compare it to other stuff, or was there anything in particular that you felt like was different?
Yeah, I had taken a course before about affiliate marketing. Well, I was kind of I was hard headed for like the first about 7 to 8 months when I started affiliate marketing. I was hard headed. I didn't want to learn from any. I didn't want to invest in my knowledge, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I just was looking on YouTube and just, I caught myself documenting my journey, but really I was just making videos about anything that I've seen, right? So I wasn't getting results. So that's what made me say, I need to learn from somebody. And I took a course before and it helped me get my first few sales, right? And,
Yep.
it helped me get that Amazon thing going, like the Amazon Associates. I was promoting those types of products. And I was getting little sales here and there, but that's what made
There's
me
more.
think like there's more, there's this is a little bit right here. There's gotta be more. So that's
That's
what
cool.
yeah, my buddy, that's what he was introducing me to, like high ticket. So that's why he sent me the legendary, because he said you should be doing high ticket. I didn't know what that
He was
was
like,
though.
hey, that's cool that you're on that Amazon stuff, but dude, those
You get on this.
$4 commissions aren't going to go very far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So dude, you're on TikTok, you're on YouTube. I mean, first of all, you're putting out quite a bit of content, man. I mean, especially on like YouTube, and that's like a lot of thought, a lot of work that goes into that. Which is cool because you're building, a long-term asset for yourself. All those channels, all those videos, all that stuff, like this, building a long-term asset. I'm curious what your thoughts are on, was it hard for you to get started with like creating content? Was that difficult? Was that confusing? Was it overwhelming? What was it like?
It was I didn't want to be on camera at first when I started YouTube. So I found a way to not show my face and just, show my screen. And I was just, looking at stuff online, and I'll find some information and then I'll just record my screen and talk about it behind the camera, right? And I did my first like 20 to 30 videos like that on my channel.
Wow.
And yeah, it started getting me some views and comments and, people knowing what I'm doing a little bit. But when I put my face on camera, that's when my channel really started kind of like I'm making a connection with people more. So that's, you don't, I always used to think that I had to show my face to get some results, but now I know you don't have to, but it's just all about your connection, whatever connection you're making, so, and I made a lot of crappy videos, I made a lot of crappy videos, just turning on the camera, just talking, because I was just trying to get used to the camera. And that ended up with me coming up with about 200, almost 300 videos of me just talking, about what I know or what I think I know.
Heck yeah. Well, join the club on the crappy videos thing, man. I mean, we're all, I think about some of the first like videos and trainings and stuff that I did. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, did you really put that out?
But one thing though, every now and then, after, I might do 10 or whatever crappy videos, but that 11th video may be the one, and that video takes off and brings me some results. And then there's more crappy videos. Then down the line, another video might take off and bring me some results. And even to today, I don't even like watching the video, but everybody else watches it, and clicks my links and stuff. So happy I did it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like, so I was like, and the cool part about like, I know that TikTok and like Instagram and all that stuff is really hot for good reason. It's just that they're on fire. But I like somebody who's investing the time and the energy into something like YouTube too, because the one thing I think people underrate is that long-term evergreen sort of traffic that just keeps coming in, and that can come in for years. Like we were on the Decade in a Day training the other day. And I was live just sharing screens, researching some dog training programs. And lo and behold, this guy who's selling his dog training program online, we searched, and I wish I could pull it open again. Sometimes when you search on Google, sometimes it pulls up YouTube videos, sometimes it doesn't. And right now it's not pulling it up for me. But when I searched dog training program, best dog training program, right? Which is, I mean, people search that all the time. What came up was this dude's videos from 2013, 2018, and then maybe one more. But he was like the first 3 videos for that. And I was explaining to people like, look, sure, you got amazing traffic that comes through TikTok. You got amazing traffic through Reels and Shorts and all these things that are transitory. I call them transitory. They're here today, probably gone tomorrow or gone pretty soon, right? You're not going to get traffic for these for years. And this dude's still building his like digital products business for his dog training program through videos that he made on YouTube years and years ago. And he's probably getting paid from YouTube for ads on that video too, right? So he's probably monetized those videos. So, I mean, that is ultimate evergreen. And think about something in the dog training niche too, is something that's legit sellable, right? I mean, at this point, there's so much traffic coming from that it's like legit an asset that somebody who's acquiring YouTube channels and wants to grow a dog training YouTube channel or purchases channels in different niches, like they can condense all of that info and grow their business through that way. So anyway, I want to commend you. And I think that strategy is really smart. I think that through, adding TikTok and Reels and all that stuff is great. And you definitely should do it, which you're already on TikTok and you're killing it. But with the whole YouTube route, I think that, a lot of the spice and flavor has gotten lost because people have turned to these shorter term, quick, let's make it happen today kind of things. But, I think that the execution and commitment and sort of the commitment to the long term there early on takes a lot of focus. So that's cool. I'm glad to see you doing that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It takes focus. One thing I want to say about that, YouTube, is like you were saying, like with any niche, like, if you're into dog training, whatever type of niche you're in, I wish I'd have learned this when I first started, but I like to, whatever product that I'm going after promoting, if it's, let's say, for example, a dog training product, I just like to start YouTube just straight out dog training reviews or something like that, right? Like it's the quickest way to get results. Like instead of trying to go after these big time words that the big time people going after, you just got the words that's a little more easier, low hanging fruit to get some traffic. And the reason that I found that out, I found it out by searching and stuff, looking at other people talk about it. But me personally, I had a video, it was a review, right? Review video, and it had less than 100 views, and that's how I had one of my highest sales from that video, right? Because it's targeted people watching it, and that's just what I'm trying to express, that it don't matter how many people watch a video, if they're not ready to buy or do some type of action, then it doesn't matter really. But if you get less than 100 people that watch a video, but every one of those people, they're ready to buy, you get some sales that way. So
what you're talking about, I want to go back to this, dude, because what you're talking about, you said the words low hanging fruit. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of like selecting video styles and stuff like that, especially on YouTube, what you're talking about is doing something like review videos, right?
Yeah.
And you found some pretty good success with that. Now, when he talks about low-hanging fruit, let me draw a little tree here. Okay. So what you're saying is up here, there's some pretty difficult fruit to pick, meaning videos that are, or video topics or keywords, right? It's really about keywords that are hard to rank for. So what would be some examples of like the higher hanging fruit? Like affiliate
marketing, just broad keywords.
Yeah, lose weight. Weight Watchers. Okay. dog training, right? See, and for everybody who's watching, when you create a YouTube video and you know, let's say in your title, right, you just title it something like how to lose weight, right? Well, there's potentially billions of other videos that have that in their title, and you're competing against all of those other videos, right? So what Adolphus is saying is there's these low-hanging fruit, right, that are easier to pick and easier to, when we say pick, we mean rank on YouTube. So when somebody types in, let's say for instance, they type in best dog training program, pit bulls, right? See, now we're down to a very niched audience, and you've got to do keyword research to make sure that people are actually searching this, right? You need to make sure that it's not just something you thought up and then actually nobody's looking for this. But we could say best dog training program for pit bulls, right? And if there's enough people searching this is a pretty niched, this is called a long tail keyword. So there's this means that it's not just dog training program, it's best dog training program for pit bulls. Or let's say that you have a product review, right? So like, let's say that there's a slim belly fix. All right. Slim belly fix. That's a product, I think, on ClickBank or some weird thing. I don't know. Reviews, right? So now it's not just like lose weight. It's a specific product review of a very specific niche product, right? So the reason this is powerful is exactly what Adolphus was saying, which is the amount of searches is going to be lower on this, and you're going to get, let's say in his example that he said 100 views or whatever, or less than 100 views. But if I get people who are coming to my video who have typed that in, don't you think that they're probably interested in buying that product and they're doing their due diligence to actually purchase? That's what's called a hot lead, or like, this is not just warmed up traffic, but this is hot traffic. I mean, this is perfect traffic meets perfect offer. Let me create this real quick. This is something I draw on our decade in a day training every single time we do this training, but it looks like this. Perfect traffic meets perfect offer. Now I say offer, but in this case, here's what I'm going to say: content. All right. So let's make this about content today, since that's what we're talking about. The perfect traffic meets the perfect content, and that's where sales happen, right? So you put that review video right in front of somebody's face. It doesn't matter if 50 people watch it or if 100 people watch it. If you've got a great hook, you bring somebody in and you hook them and you give them a really good intro to your video. You educate them, you give them an actual good review, for instance, in this case, and then you give them a very clear call to action, right? There's a link down below this video. Go tap the video. You can purchase, get a 10% discount, checkout right now, right? Now they have a reason to act now. They don't want to lose the video, so they're going to go purchase, get that little discount or get a bonus or some, whatever. Make them a really great offer. So we could put that offer right here, and that's where your conversions are going to skyrocket. Right. So I loved that. I wanted to just pull that open because I loved that tip that you gave. And I felt like that's a big thing that's lost with people, is like, oh, I've got to get billions and billions of views. That's not really the case. I think a lot of people on YouTube who have grown big channels started with small amounts of views, and you have to start with small amounts of views when you're first getting started. And then over time, because you have to rank for those smaller keywords, because you simply don't have the traffic and subscribers, right?
Exactly. And YouTube is going to push your videos to certain types of people anyway. So if you just center your videos toward whatever keyword you're going for, that's all you can do. You can do your best video. You could do your SEO on it. Make sure YouTube knows what your video is about, and let YouTube do the rest. It's not gonna, as a new channel, a lot of people complain about the views, and really, this is the way it start for my if you ask me, product reviews, and then again, if you're doing value videos or you're just teaching something, I just like to practice copywriting. Like, I'm just now getting into it really like heavy. When I first started, I would just turn on my camera and just say whatever, and try to edit it up. But now I'm learning that it's formulas for stuff. There's good video formulas, and like you said, have a hook, and have a call to action, capture, all of that. So I'm learning how to put formulas together, and that's I'm actually just reading a lot right now.
Good, man. Good. That will be the most beneficial thing for you. And I have some tips and resources, but man, video content, the more I watch video content, right? And I watch people who take off on video, the people who take off on video are copywriters because they understand, they've just taken the written word and applied it in video form. And it's so powerful, dude. Like, there's so many people who are not fancy. They're not creating like if you take a guy like Calvin Hill, right? That guy on TikTok, he's fancy. That guy can create some real fancy content. He's creative, man. He just has equipment that's fancy. Like, he's just got he's got the flair, man. And but a lot of people don't have that. And people in our community, he's got 1.2 million followers. So he's on kind of another level. But people in our community get hundreds of thousands of followers with pretty ugly videos. But because they understand copywriting, they understand how to give an amazing curiosity-based hook. And it doesn't need to be amazing. It's just they pull curiosity and they create an open loop, which I think is probably something you're learning about in your copywriting stuff. They create open loops that force people to have to watch the entire video because it's just too juicy. It's just, they gotta find out what's gonna happen, right? So I think that's a thing that I love that you brought that up too, because you mentioned it in your questionnaire. And I feel like, well, we would have been lost if we hadn't actually mentioned that. But I think that whole copywriting thing, there's a great book called, I think it's called the 17 word sales letter. The 16 word sales letter. I'm going to put this in the chat here. The 16 word sales letter. It's a pretty cheap book. Get that book. Dave bought it for our entire staff a couple years back. It's a really good book. And it's written by a guy who's a lead copywriter for a company that's done an insane amount of digital product sales online. I mean, they're the biggest of the big. You've probably never even heard of them, but it's just, they're in the background with lots of different brands, and they just know they have a formula for writing copy that sells. And so it's probably the highest paying skill online, I would say, because you can apply it to so many different things. That's cool. That's awesome.
What was the name again? The 16
word sales letter.
Yeah, that's my next buy. I just bought like 3 books, and I'm I'm buying that one.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, it's the more you can study that, and really, what the cool part is, it's really just a study of human psychology. I mean, that's really it. It's behavioral psychology. What makes the mind latch on to things like video, like written word, like what makes people attach to things and latch on to them, and what can hold somebody's attention. And the cool part is the cool part about that is, like, yes, that changes over time based on people's like attention spans and how people have evolved over the years. But really, the things that make people tick and the psychology behind people, watching more of your video or reading a sales letter and buying, doesn't really change. People are motivated by a lot of the same things, and curiosity is a big one. So,
I think
man.
on TikTok it's really big too.
Ooh,
Curiosity
yeah.
on TikTok. I got a
Oh,
video that had like 70,000 views. That's like my highest view count. It's an experiment channel that created on TikTok. I didn't show
nice.
my face. I was just practicing the curiosity thing, and I left a step out that I was talking about, and everybody went crazy. Comments went crazy. Hey, what's the last step? And just people kept watching over and over, I guess. So that's when I really, that's when I really liked about that.
Well, I feel like, so here's that's a cool thing, because like little strategies like that are super ninja, because they play into the TikTok algorithm, right? So you leave a step out of, you're like 3 simple steps, and then you never get to step 3, right? And then and you do it on purpose. Like, this is content, this is marketing, man. I mean, this is genius. But you leave a step 3 out, and then you know what? If enough people ask you in the comments, then you can drop them a video reply and be like, hey, here's step 3.
Yep.
And then people are like, damn, that's gold. That's cool. I like that.
Yep.
And then
I was leaving my website link, like, go here for step 3.
Well, it's also here's what I think is underrated about stuff like that and strategies like that, is that people, they come to respect you a little bit more, right? Because they see you as like somebody who's exercising a very strategic, curiosity-based sort of strategy about how to market and how to get people's attention, and they respect that. And it's different than just people just posting like, oh my gosh, I made so much money, or oh my gosh, my dog training program's so great, go look at link in my bio. And it's like, okay, dude, you just keep screaming about how great your product is. We get it. Okay, we get it. But I feel like in reality, doing something like that, it positions you in somebody's mind differently. It positions you in their mind as like, dang, okay, this guy actually knows marketing a little bit. Like, I see what you did there. That was smart. And you'll even get people who are more experienced to be like, damn, okay, that was pretty good. Like, wonder what this guy's got, I wonder what he's doing. And that little positioning thing, people don't understand. Like, you can have the best copy in the world, you can have the best sales video in the world, but your conversions could suck if the positioning that they come from is bad, right? Exactly. How a person is referred to something is everything. Like, what does someone else say about something else, and what's that person like? Are they trustworthy? Do they feel like, if somebody like refers me to an auto body shop to like get a paint touched up on the car or something like that, like I'm going to really consider, like, does this person care about being cheap? Do they care about like me? Do they care about like, how did they refer me? Right? Was it like, oh, there's something in this for them? Right? Did it feel honest? Like, all those things play into my mind of like, if I'm going to buy and give my business to that company. Same thing goes in the online digital courses space. It's like, well, did this person really provide me with value? Did they give me and that goes to your review video strategy, is like, did they give me value? Did they really unpack things? Did I feel like they were, honest and entertaining? And they're, for the most part, humans are like, I want to just give business to that person. Like, you know what I mean? When it comes down to a hard decision, it's like, well, I feel better about working with this person. They gave me a cool vibe, but and it doesn't even have that much to do with the product. It's just like, I like the guy. I like the girl,
And I know that because I've been that person, I've been that person shopping around, and I like a certain individuals, the way they presented something. It was something that made me want to do business with them. And, so I know that's what's happening, the vice versa,
Happens all the time. It's human psychology. It's crazy. All right, man. So you're creating content. You're on your daily grind. You're hustling. What would you, I'm going to give you the last word to our community. What, people who are out there who are maybe trying to make their first video, or a lot of people here are just starting the 15-day challenge. I mean, they're brand new, bro. Like, you've been around this industry, been online for a couple of years. There's a lot of people here who are like, I just discovered that people could buy my shit online. Like,
Yeah.
What would you say to those people?
I will just say that you know, the fact that you here starting, you already took a leap. I just think that the more you learn, and you probably heard it, but the more you learn, the more you're gonna earn. So if
Mm,
you stop learning, then you're gonna stop growing. So I got in that position, and well, I just got comfortable and stopped trying to learn more stuff, and that's why I wasn't getting the results I like. So you know, and that's another thing about gaining position. The money is getting transferred online every day anyway. Period. So you got
mm.
to just get in front of the money. That's all. You know, and you find your way through your niche. Yeah.
Makes sense, man. Makes sense. I love it. Well, dude, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I know it's early there. Actually, it's same time. It's early here too. I'm an early
Yes,
bird though,
sir.
so it's fine.
Yeah,
But
me too. I'll be up.
yeah, thanks for coming on. This was great. And if you need anything, you need any help, you need any resources, whatever, always feel free to reach out. Or man, we're just here to help. So
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
cool.
And I'm
Well,
glad to
thanks, man.
be. I'm glad to be. You know, part of the family, man, on this group. And I'm always in this group, tuned in all the time. So I
I love
appreciate what y'all do for real.
I love it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up for the day. Go give him a follow or a subscribe on YouTube. You can find him right there. Just search it on YouTube, Adolphus Online. You'll find him right away. Give him a subscribe. I'll also put his TikTok in the comments down here. So you can go hit him up there too. Give him a follow and watch his stuff. Leave him a comment, hit the like, help blow his channel up. And that's all we got for today, guys. Have a good Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.